What's up YouTube? We're going to the lottery today and playing a LOCKJAW deck paired with Jubilee. The idea here is to pull a bunch of really well statted and expensive units out of our deck for free. So we play a couple of cheap cards just to have some early game. Sunspot and Scorpion are the best ones to find on curve. Another cute one here is Wasp. Wasp is not an early game card though, but rather a LOCKJAW combo enabler. So if we have LOCKJAW on turn 3, we can immediately play Wasp next to LOCKJAW and start pulling big stuff from our deck. Another one of those cute combo enablers can be Thor's Mighty Hammer Mjollnir. Ideally, this does buff Thor and then gets shuffled back into our deck to get exchanged with one of these big power cards, one of these big finishers. To make sure we draw these zero cast cards somewhat consistently and don't have LOCKJAW pull those cards out of our deck, we play Jane Foster. And it does help a bit with consistency, but still, like, sometimes you will get unlucky. Another consistency card in here is Chavez, which we never draw in the early game, but will always either pull from LOCKJAW or Jubilee or draw on turn 6, which are all good scenarios, good outcomes for us. And for big payoffs, well, Thor is one of them. He can grow immensely large in this one because we could reactivate Mjollnir a couple of times. One idea is to either reshuffle it into our deck with LOCKJAW and then redraw or pull it later again. The other one is to play it on turn 6 alongside Odin to double the activation effect. Odin's very good for a number of reasons, can also reactivate Jubilee. And another great tech choice in this is Vision, because if Vision does get pulled from LOCKJAW, we can still move Vision away out of the lane, make space for more LOCKJAW shenanigans, while already having had that payoff of being able to cheat 7 power into another lane, basically. The remaining finishers are somewhat flexible. Infinaut is generally very good in this, just because he is the biggest potential payoff in the game for cheating him from our deck. And besides that, I personally like to run Magneto. Giganto is also a good choice. That does have 2 more power. Magneto does have some disruptive effect, can backfire sometimes, but more often than not it will work nicely. And also a cheeky play on turn 6 in case you don't have space for your LOCKJAW. So overall, a super fun deck, and it does allow room for plenty of tech choices if you're missing some of the cards. You can also make the list a lot less greedier, play a couple more, maybe 1-drops, 2-drops. You can tack in Wong and some more unrevealed cards, so feel free to play around with this if you want to. One thing that I should definitely mention, the list did perform pretty well for me, but there are a lot of threats to it in the current meta. Cosmo can be very annoying, especially if they play it into the LOCKJAW lane, and cards like Shang-Chi, Leech, and Leader all run around in the current meta. Arrow as well, and all of those can be quite disruptive to our game plan, although we have some ways of playing around them. And if you want to see some funky gameplay with this deck, here are a couple of examples from my Twitch stream over at twitch.tv/FreshLobsterCCG. Basodia. Okay. Huh. This is gonna be funny if we draw Thor's Hammer early. I think we don't... We don't want to Wasp immediately. We want to Thor first, then Wasp, I think. Does that make sense? No, we kind of want the main deck draw the hammer though, right? We have Jane Foster in hand. Maybe it's Wasp first, then Thor. This is an issue. Like, we want to play Vision and... Nah, doesn't really work properly. Because we also want to play Vision next turn and move it over. Magneto or Infinaut. Magneto could be a really good pull for them mid. It's a whiff. Oh, let's go. We have priority. If they play Leech, it is annoying for us, but we still have... like, we should still win. We can still play the hammer for 0 to get it shuffled into the deck and then just play a pile of stats. How do we win middle? Like, middle is the easiest one with LOCKJAW. Your favorite variant right now? What variant am I looking for? I can show you after this game. Haha! Okay, that snap was perfectly timed. Like, we could even win middle just by putting Magneto here. Yeah, because it draws white queen out. So what could happen here? My opponent plays Magneto middle. And we should be winning this. GG's. I like the option in which he only copies the lane he was played. I would kill the card. Not that I would mind, but that makes leader kinda bad because you really need to win the rock, paper, scissors there. Blind predict the right lane. Just delete the card? I wouldn't mind it. For the girl, that's gonna be either Kazoo, Patriot, or Death Wave. Guess Kazoo? That location is actually cracked for me. Sure. Or it is Death Wave after all. I don't think we need to commit more to the left side. It's either like Thor into Jane Foster. I like Jubilee more. And again, Chavez is gone, and Sunspots, Wasp, Vision. Sunspot, Wasp, Vision, Magneto. This is risky. I think I like Thor into Jane Foster more. Well, now I could Jubilee into Odin. Now that we drew Mjollnir, Jane Foster became a little bit weaker. I could also Foster, and then next turn Mjollnir Odin though.
All systems go.
Mjollnir Odin doesn't win middle. We have left Vision, Magneto. Hey, this wins middle. Looks good, right? Against Shang-Chi, but they usually don't play Shang-Chi. Kinda wanna snap this. This might scare off our opponent though.
Oh, snap.
Damn.
Victory.
Only streamed on YouTube twice, but thank you, thank you. Okay. It's a bit awkward. A blind mojo into the right side. Wide. Art stuck in the 50s. Any advice for players in a ruts? I mean, the biggest, best advice in Marvel Snap is always to improve at snapping and retreating.
What the dog doing?
Else. Oh man, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I didn't need the dog anyway.
Am I a
joke to you?
Why did I think it's already turn 4? Yeah, another piece of advice is don't play into Oscorp Tower before turn 4. Kazar. I can beat that. They're starved for board space.
Mjollnir.
Tommy! Rapper no Jitsu, probably. Yeah, the two greatest tips anyone can give a Marvel Snap is A, play a good deck and just get good at it as well. B, more important than the actual piloting is snapping and retreating properly. Okay, the issue is I have a bit of an overkill left side and I still need to win another lane. Like I want to play Odin, but could do this. Should win, right? $16 right side and like 18 left side.
Victory.
Have Brute been missing Wong? I don't think Wong is an absolute must in Silver Surfer decks. Oh, Angela. Yeah, got you. Some top meta decks, for example. I would check out... Wait, I just linked something for you. There's a tier list with some concurrent decks to spam Scorpions. Against the hand size deck, that's really evil. We can also spam Thors into cloning that. Beast. Beast into... Huh? This is not an Agatha deck. Hey. Okay, they can't have gotten the hammer yet. Jubilee is going to be really good on average. We drew all of our low-cost stuff, except for LOCKJAW. Well, in this case, I think it's just Thor Sunspot, right? Could already drop the first hammer just for board space reasons. I could keep it in case I do draw LOCKJAW. But since this is going to be a game with a round with restricted board space, I think we just pop off here. They pulled Magneto. That sucks. They can pull my Thors. We need to fill up the other two locations.
Mjollnir, to me.
Like, yes, I could have also just played Mjollnir into cloning bats, but we won't have enough space overall, I think, to make full use of it. Oh, this is tricky. We'll probably have priority. I think I like Jubilee left into Jubilee, Scorpion, Wasp middle, and my opponent can't Magneto anything. Change layout. My bad, my bad. This looks like GG. They probably think they're smart and Magneto middle wins, but nah. Not in my house. Like, Magneto on paper is amazing for them. They just pull both Thors and win both the side lanes. Okay, this might just be
Mjollnir, to me.
Dino Agent 13? They don't have another copy though.
To me.
I guess that works. Oh, they wanted to tie left with the Devil Dino. No, they were still 2 behind. I don't know what that play was. What were you trying to accomplish? Oh, GG's. Thanks for the cubes. Never saw Arrow in a Hela deck. Me neither, but it's also like it's entirely random, right? Arrow is usually good because of the control capacities she provides, but in this deck, it's just like rolling dice. Although I don't mind it, like Arrow is probably fine in Hela, especially in situations where you just want to play her on turn 5 and don't discard her. Ooh. Ooh. They don't play ongoing effects though in this deck. There's a good chance Jubilee pulls LOCKJAW. Would not be the greatest, but... Okay, that's better. They copy Odin. Odin does not benefit them, so they're probably going Leech. I gotta be scared of Shang-Chi, either left or right. I love this effect.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man
Ooh.
here.
That's fine, I can move Vision in there. Oh, they snapped early, right? And they can't Shang-Chi left anymore. This is over. This game is over. GG's.
Victory.
Okay, they drew a card. Okay, so far we got the dream start. Sunspot is probably dead to a Killmonger at some point. This is definitely risky, like this is still gonna be an RNG fest, but I think... Or it's good enough for an early snap.
Mjolnir.
Tommy! Our opponent did not draw a card here. Oh, their hands was full. Did they draw? I didn't see the animation at least. So we could go like Jubilee right and reactivate her with Odin. We could slam Jubilee into the middle. The issue is if she pulls Wasp or the Hammer, really scuffed. Because we don't need Odin there anymore. That's a good draw. That's a great draw. Nice. Oh, sweet chain of events. Okay, so they're going... Like, worst case scenario, they go She-Hulk, Wave... Sorry, She-Hulk, Death, and Leader. Ah, GG's. I'm not sure if they had 3 or 4 death triggers. Killmonger destroyed 2 cards. Yondu. Yeah, I think they were 1 death trigger off. But generally, in that, like, that's what the whole deck is built around, right? You destroy a bunch of stuff early on, and then on turn 5 you play Wave. And you sacrifice 2 mana. And on turn 6, your She-Hulk costs 4 minus 2 mana, because you banked 2 mana last round. So only 2. Death already is discounted by 4, so it costs 4 minus 4 is 0. And then you can still play 1 card for the original 4 mana cost. Again, same old question. Lockjaw into Jubilee or spam some Thors. I like Thor spam, I think. Raft makes this interesting though. Let's spam Thors, sure.
Face the might of Asgard.
Okay, we'll just give up the Raft, I think. There's a chance this will get shot down anyway. Ooh. Hand space issues though. Okay, they get one of these 3. Magneto counters me really hard.
Mjolnir.
I could play Giant Foster to draw 1 hammer guaranteed. Giant Foster and Wasp draw both hammers actually. I need to be wary of Magneto. Also, they can... Well, they can't arrow middle here because Cosmo blocks their own arrow effect. I'm not scared of arrow right now. Leech would also be fine. We draw the hammers and they will keep their effect because our opponent has priority here. Professor X would also be kind of fine. Okay, so our opponent wants to make a... I feel like this is some Magneto play. But how are they gonna stop Mjollnir Odin? The good old question, to snap or not to snap. If they Magneto right, we win. If they Magneto left, we win. How do we lose? Shang-Chi left? Because we have priority now. We play around Shang-Chi is basically the question. Could do it. I think this is Giga Brain. I think this cover is Leader as well as Magneto as well as Shang-Chi. GG's. Oh! Oh! Now we're talking. LOCKJAW wasp Jubilee. We wanna put this right side. Bit risky to snap this early, but we wanna do it before we hit our power spikes. Okay, let's see what our opponent plays. Not very telling yet. That is fine. The only bad pull left is Wasp. And we're getting 2 pulls anyway. This might be overcommitting, I'm not quite sure. Ah, never mind. Definitely not overcommitted. Enchantress. We could go for an infinaut play. If they play Bishop Enchantress, what is this? Sarah, right? With the hand we have, this definitely looks like the best play. Like, Jane Foster doesn't pull anything right now. We just need to hope to not have initiative next turn. We want our opponent to have initiative on the last turn. So that we can dodge the Shang-Chi, like Neo in the Matrix. The other thing we have to be a little scared of is our opponent taking over the right lane. But they usually can't really go tall. They could also just Shang-Chi right, actually, to flip it. We also have Magneto as an alternative next turn. Okay, so we know this is the real Mysterio. We also still have initiative. So they go Shang-Chi right. They could also like no-scope him in the middle. Their most likely play is Shang-Chi right. Sunspot grows by 1. Pretty sure it's just infinaut middle. Thing is, they can Killmonger. Oh, they can Killmonger. If they go like Shang-Chi right, Killmonger middle, we're actually in a bit of trouble. Magneto stops Killmonger. Looks like Magneto. A lot could happen here. Oh, okay. They only had 3 cards left in hand, so they're probably not gonna have all of the core cards they're looking for. And we place the leaders left. They could have also leadered right side. LOCKJAW okoye is a little better than usual. Same for Scorpion though. What a hand. Hate the fact that Adam Warlock has anti-synergy with Jubilee. Buying him in Mr. Negative deck. Kinda. If you play Bast, I guess it's fine. Where your dinos at? Ooh. Well, hello there.
Mjollnir.
Clear for takeoff.
I don't think we're beating double dino, are we? What's the last card left? Scorpion. So, Hammer Magneto. How do we even do the maths here? Our opponent gets 15 minus 2. 13 plus power. They'll be at 43 total. We can go to 16. Wait, 26. 37, 43. It's a tie. I already played Agent. Do I just snap here to intimidate them? Wait. We win. We actually win. I forgot to count Wasp with Washington, D.C. Cool. What? I got wrecked. Wait, no, we win this. We pull Moon Girl. I actually reverse wrecked them. Thanks for the Scorpion, buddy. Yeah, that was a good one.